Hello YouTube, longer content video today. These are going to be my top 5 plants for your garden updated. Plus an extra 5 of plants that you normally wouldn't think about. So technically more of a top 10 video. I've done one of these 2 years ago. Check it out, it's pretty good, but I can do better. And that's what we're going to be doing here. So the first plant is going to be lettuce. This is red leaf lettuce. This over here is butterhead lettuce. Super easy to grow. Super easy to grow. And just let one of them go to seed and you will have lettuce for the rest of your life. I didn't plant this. I didn't plant this. I didn't plant this. They just popped up. So yeah, lettuce. Lettuce is my number 1. Number 2 has got to be potatoes. Don't eat the leaves, but you definitely can eat the potatoes. They're down there. I'm not going to dig them up, but I got some right here, some right here. Potatoes are in the nightshade family. They have edible tubers. The leaves, not so much. Those are kind of bad for you, so don't eat those. But super easy to grow. Just water them every 2-3 days. Make sure the soil, look, top is dry, but it's moist down there. And yeah, number 2 is potatoes. Let's get on to number 3. Number 3 is radishes. This is some icicle radish right here. These guys will be able to be harvested in a few days. They're doing pretty well. I've already harvested 5 of them, and I made them into a 6 of them, I believe. Yeah, and I made them into a roasted radish meal with fried radish greens. It's amazing. They're delicious. Super easy to grow. Just plant them in the spring and they'll be ready within 20-21 days about. They're a great little plant. I love these guys. And yeah, let's get on to number 4. Number 4 has got to be mint. Now, the reason this isn't number 1 or anything higher, something's eating this one. But yeah, the reason this isn't higher is because this is all from a single root stem that I put in, and it's taken over way too fast. Let's move these aside. These don't need to be here. Yeah, it takes over very fast. So yeah, it's a delicious plant. I love this stuff. Definitely grow it. Definitely worth the grow. Just make sure you isolate it in a pot. And yeah, let's move on to number 5. Alright, number 5, carrots. This is a baby carrot right here. I don't really even remember planting this. I know I planted it, but I don't remember when. But yeah, so carrots, this takes about 1-2 months to grow. This stuff is pretty good. Always worth the grow. This is, I believe, the short and sweet variety, because that's the only variety I remember planting this spring. But yeah, so these guys are pretty great. I love these. You can eat the leaves, make them into a pesto of sorts. Obviously, you can eat the roots. That's what you mainly have for carrots. But yeah, so there's those. Now let's get on to the extra additional plants. Plants you wouldn't think about eating, number 1, and growing especially, dandelions. This stuff is amazing. I love dandelions. They're related to lettuce. They're related to wild lettuce, which you don't want to eat too much of, at least. But yeah, dandelions, great food. I love this stuff. My hair just fell in the water. That was fun. This is a little aquaponic sort of system that we have set up. It's growing stuff real well. We got lettuce here. But yeah, there's dandelions. This stuff is amazing. Also some mint, and some reason I planted the succulent, and it's doing great. Oh, bonus. Green onions. This stuff is an amazing plant for the top 5 garden plants. Just obviously always grow onions. Always grow green onions. They're amazing. You can cut them back. They'll regrow. They're just great plants. So yeah, let's get on to number 2 of the extra plants. This right here is wild rocket arugula. It is a delicious wild edible plant from Europe. It's a European rocket. This stuff is delicious. I love this stuff. It goes well in place of domestic arugula, or arugula, and the leaves are kind of shaped like a rocket, where it gets its name from. It's delicious. You can eat everywhere from the flowers. Pretty much the entire plant's edible. I'm not sure about the roots, so definitely check that. But yeah, it's great. It's a great plant, and you can see that it goes pretty high up when it goes to seed. So now number 3, plantain. This stuff right here. This is plantain. Plantain weed. This stuff is a Native American remedy. They use this stuff, you chew it up into a little salve, and then you stick it on a wound or a sting, and it'll almost immediately make the pain go away. This stuff is delicious, great for healing wounds, just a great plant to have around at all times. And you can even mash it up and mix it with olive oil or something and make the salve out of that as well if you don't want to use your own spit. Number 4, you might recognize this. This is chamomile, but this is wild chamomile, known as pineapple weed. This stuff is delicious. You crush up the flowers or eat them, and they taste like pineapple. Obviously, the leaves are chamomile, so they will taste like chamomile. You can eat it. You can make it into tea. Just an amazing overall plant. Very hard to collect the seeds, but they definitely pop up. I mean, I didn't plant any of these, so yeah. And then yeah, that's number 4. And now we have number 5, which is aloe vera. This is a specific type of aloe vera. Do your research, because some types of aloe vera are edible, sometimes aren't. So this right here does not have spots on the adult leaves, and this is an edible type. But if it has spots on the adult leaves, then it is not edible. Like you can see right there, the spots would look like that, except that's a juvenile plant. Yeah, this stuff right here, delicious, edible. Just you got to prepare it, so look up videos on how to prepare it. I'll probably make one pretty soon, because I do need to trim this plant back a bit. But yeah, this is a delicious, edible plant. Kind of slimy in texture, almost like you're eating. It's almost got like a. It's got like the crispness of a watermelon, but like the slimy sort of feel of like raw squid almost. It's weird. It's good. It's good. But I definitely would like make it into something like a smoothie or something where you don't have to deal with that texture, because I don't like the texture. But you might. Who knows? People are all different. And now I got some honorable mentions as well, because we weren't able to get to all of them. What are we talking about for edible plants without mentioning roses? This stuff is delicious. Stupid Argentine ant. These guys are an invasive ant species. We got to get rid of these guys. But yeah, roses, completely edible. Delicious. You can make tea out of them. Right here we have elephant ear succulent. This stuff is great. They eat it in Africa. It's a really good plant where it's native to Africa. It's a great plant to eat. It's kind of got like a salty, succulent sort of a flavor. But yeah, it's pretty good. We got some nasturtium right here. This stuff is pretty good. It's that plant right there. This stuff is delicious. Kind of peppery. They use it in sushi restaurants. So there's some of that. This is growing in one of my paludariums, the 40-gallon paludarium, which I'm still trying to figure out exactly what I'm doing for it. But the water is deep enough to do a crayfish, so I might add like a baby crayfish that'll eventually get moved over to something else. But yeah. So yeah, there's nasturtium. And final honorable mention, we have thistle. These are related to dandelions. This is a sow thistle. This is an invasive species here in America, in the United States of America, but it's a delicious edible plant. You can fry up the leaves. Those are pretty good fried. The stem, you can eat it like asparagus almost. It's kind of got like a bitter, savory flavor, but it's a good bitter. It's a good bitter, that's for sure. Yeah, it's a great plant. So anyway, I will see you guys in the next one. Definitely I'm hoping to plant this garden bed out a lot more, because there's a lot of space. There are some potatoes that should have popped up here, but I think they might have gotten eaten by something. So I'm going to check. But I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching. And peace.